Sometimes the biggest story in NASCAR is the one nobody talks about. There was no press conference for this one. No big headline. No shouting match on TV. Just one small change to one small part, and almost everybody in the sport walked right past it. Almost everybody. Brad Keselowski did not walk past it. He noticed. And when he finally said something out loud, he made it clear that he thinks this quiet little change is far bigger than people understand. Here is exactly what he wrote. This didn't really get any media play, but was a big deal IMO. One short line. No drama. No long speech. But it came from a man who drives the car and also owns the team. And that makes it worth stopping and looking at closely. So what did he see that nobody else was talking about? Let's start with the scoreboard, because the numbers alone tell a brutal story. Through 22 races in the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season, Toyota has won 13 of them. Chevrolet has 6 wins. Ford has 3. Stop and read that again. Toyota has more wins than Chevrolet and Ford combined. And it is not even a close call. This has not just been a good year for Toyota. This has been a takeover. The next-gen car was specifically designed to prevent this from happening. Same parts, same suppliers, same pieces bolted onto every car in the field. The goal was to squeeze everybody together so no single team or manufacturer could run away. Well, somebody is running away. So every crew chief, every engineer, and every driver in that garage has spent this season asking the same question over and over again. What is Toyota doing that we are not doing? That question is exactly where this story begins. On the July 28th episode of Kevin Harvick's Happy Hour podcast, co-host Mamba Smith mentioned something that most fans had never even heard about. He said there had been a tweak to the nose of the car, specifically the splitter, and that it could shift how the sport goes forward. It was not a headline. It was a throwaway line on a podcast. Most people heard it and moved on. But it sent NASCAR fans on a quest for answers. So what exactly is a splitter, and why does it matter so much? The splitter is that flat panel at the very bottom of the front of the car. It sits low. It sits close to the track surface. Its job is to work with the air rushing over and under the car and push the nose of the car down toward the ground. More downforce on the nose means more grip in the corners. More grip means the driver can carry more speed. More speed means better lap times. It is a small part. It does very big work. So when Mamba Smith said NASCAR had changed it, people started paying attention. NASCAR reporter Bob Pockrass answered the question directly on X. He wrote, starting with North Wilkesboro, the teams had to add some struts to the front of the splitter that should keep it from moving/deforming while at speed. Let's put that into plain words. Struts are small support pieces that brace the splitter and hold it steady so it cannot move around. The reason NASCAR wanted them there was very specific, because the splitter was flexing. When a race car is running fast, air slams into the front of it with real force. That force can make the splitter bend, just a tiny amount. You would never see it from the grandstands. But in this sport, tiny is everything. A small bend changes how much air goes under the car. That changes grip. That changes how the car turns into the corner. Repeated lap after lap, that small bend can be worth real speed. If one manufacturer figured out how to exploit that flex better than everyone else, that would be a hidden advantage. A quiet one that nobody could easily see. Pockrass was fair, though. He acknowledged that whether this was truly a significant Toyota advantage is still debated in the garage, and that Toyota was still strong at Indy after the change. When Pockrass posted that explanation, Brad Keselowski replied to it. He said the whole thing got no media play, but that in his opinion, it was a big deal. Now, think carefully about who just said that. Keselowski is not a fan on the internet guessing. He is not a reporter working off rumors. He is a cup-level driver and co-owner of RFK Racing, a man who sits in the car and signs the checks. He feels the car's behavior directly. He understands the engineering behind it. And he has skin in the game both competitively and financially. So if he says it's a big deal, what does the data actually show? At North Wilkesboro, the first race after the struts were added, Toyota cars took 4 of the top 6 finishing positions. Ford had 5 cars in the top 11, including a dominant Joey Logano. Keselowski himself charged from 23rd place to finish 7th, one of his strongest performances of 2026. Then, the series moved to Indianapolis. Toyota finished 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 5th. Logano finished 3rd for Ford. Ford placed 4 cars in the top 8 and 7 in the top 15. The rule changed. The support pieces went on the cars. And Toyota just kept doing exactly what it had been doing all year long. That leaves 2 possible answers. Option 1. The splitter was never really the secret, which means Toyota's speed is coming from somewhere else, and nobody has found it yet. Option 2. The splitter was part of it, and Toyota is still this fast even after losing that advantage. Pick whichever one you want. Neither one helps Ford sleep at night. 3 wins in 22 races. That is where Ford sits right now. RFK Racing is one of the leading Ford teams in the garage, right alongside Team Penske. And Keselowski has not had the kind of season he wanted. But watch how he handles it. He is not pointing fingers. He is not hinting that he wants out. In July, he was asked about the situation directly, and he said, "We're committed to that. We want to be successful with them. We're hopeful that we can continue to innovate with them to this next level. We're in a lull right now that we don't want to be in. Ford doesn't want to be in the same lull. I feel pretty safe in saying that. The onus is on us to step it up and figure it out. In simple words, this is our problem to solve, not somebody else's." That is a rare thing to hear in a difficult season. Earlier in 2026, rumors circulated that RFK might switch to Dodge, which is rumored to join the sport as a 4th manufacturer in 2028. Keselowski shut that talk down himself on X, pointing to RFK's multi-year agreement with Ford and committing to making them championship winners. Loyalty is easy when you're winning. Loyalty is much harder when you have 3 wins and the manufacturer across the garage has 13. The window is closing fast. Only 4 races remain before the playoffs: Iowa, Richmond, Loudon, and Daytona. Those tracks historically favor Ford, but they will not reveal the full picture on mile-and-a-half circuits. Ford and Chevrolet need to find something real, and fast. The gap has not just existed. It has been growing since February. NASCAR already made its move with the splitter. The struts are bolted on. The change is done, and there is no undoing it. And so far, Toyota has not blinked once. The chase and playoffs on intermediate tracks will be the true verdict. That is where Toyota's advantage has been most dominant all season. That is where we will finally know whether the splitter was the secret, or just one piece of something much bigger. Sometimes the biggest story in NASCAR is the one nobody talks about. Toyota dominated all year. A tiny part on the bottom of the car was quietly changed. Almost no media coverage followed. And one man, a driver and a team owner, saw it, understood it, and said it out loud when nobody else in the sport bothered to. Brad Keselowski saw the change coming. He understood what it meant. He said it when nobody else did. Now the rest of the garage has 4 races to prove he was right about it. If you made it this far, this channel is brand new and every single like and subscription genuinely means the world. The goal right now is reaching 2,000 subscribers, and your support makes that possible. Hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss a story like this one. Now it's your turn. Do you think the splitter flex was Toyota's real secret in 2026? Or is there something much bigger going on inside that garage that nobody has uncovered yet? Drop your take in the comments below.